Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our third season in career mode, we are going to be completing race 25 of 36, the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. In the last episode, we went to Bristol for the night race where we finished in second place, even though we were running like 11th, 12th for most of the first half. What happened was pit stops started happening, and then I lost control of my car. We got caught on the wall, and then it spun around, and then a bunch of people got trapped a lap down, so I wound up finishing not where I deserved. But I finished in front of Tony Stewart, so I gained points on him. I didn't deserve that either. He deserved to get some good points for me in that race because I was just not having with that car that day. I just need a better car because I'm certainly not good at that track in this game. But Bobby Labonte got his third win of the season and his second one in a row whenever we went to Bristol. You're now 89 points in front of Tony Stewart. It was 74 before that race. Bobby Labonte, the race winner, he is in 8th right now, 608 points back. Wow, that is really getting stretched apart. This is why the chase came along, which is not exactly a good thing because, you know, you kind of get what you get, and we don't need these extra points to keep everything close and give everybody a second chance. Earl Hall won't fuck off since Daytona. He still got this beef with me because he cut me off and ruined my Daytona 500 and blames it on me. It's so stupid. And you got Mike Murphy. Any fancy driver that comes in here is probably going to take a while to go away, whether it's an ally or a rival, just because they only race like every now and then. There's so many of them. You got Johnny Benson from Daytona still. Kevin Harvick, I guess he was from Michigan. Yeah, I worked with him at Michigan a little bit. But we're using MDK's paint scheme in this race because the Southern 500 is one of those very special events, and I wanted to use MDK's cards because it's my favorite paint scheme we've got this season. Let's go to race weekend. Quick select the chassis, engine, and body. The chassis and the body are used from the previous race at Bristol, and that's saying a lot that the condition is down to 98 because that means we've really increased the durability on this stuff a really great amount. And then the engine is fresh. We have a car rating of 80 yet again, so we should be capable of winning this race. I just gotta make sure I have this car under control because this track is, too tough to tame according to the motto and whatever. If I were to win this race, it would be quite the spit in the face to Mountain Dew and the Pepsi products just because I'm driving the Coca-Cola car. Oh my gosh, that slide into turn 1 though. But yeah, Mountain Dew is a Pepsi product just like Gatorade, and I don't know how they're able to do it back in the day, have Coca-Cola and Pepsi products sponsoring races and stuff like that. Like, that's kind of weird because eventually got to the point where it was only Coca-Cola, and wow, this car did not want to turn into 3. It slid into 1, but then it tightened up in 3, so that's, I don't know if this car is horribly imbalanced or what. 17th on the first lap, so it's not too bad, but considering the fact that you don't have to be that up to speed in order to get a good lap at Darlington, that's also not saying much. So let's try to get a start in the top 10. I'd like to. Not that I really need it, just because I'm going to stay in the top 5, and even if I don't get a top 10, it stays balanced with the outback thing. Come on, steer it. It's just really tight in turns 3 and 4. And of course, turns 3 and 4 are tighter than turns 1 and 2, so I should have to have a little more braking, but that was a drastic improvement. We got the pole. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We're going to be starting on the pole next to Jeff Gordon. And here's something I should mention. I didn't realize until before I started recording this video that in the past like 3 or 4 races I've been using Dale Reynolds' paint scheme, I was getting the number decals, like the colors, I was getting them wrong. I was like looking back just to find out like, okay, what are the colors again for Kamikaze Games paint scheme because I forgot them. And then I realized whenever I saw Dale's paint scheme that I was using just black and white for his number decals, and it's actually like red and white on the side and then white and red on top. I mean, it's still a great paint scheme either way, but I gotta make the paint scheme the way Dale wanted me to make it, and that's kind of embarrassing. I haven't used it the right way since Dover, I think. So Jeff Gordon led the first lap, and Sterling Marlin got around us because they got that EA Sports hack transmission. Trying to keep it off of Sterling Marlin going down the backstretch. Gonna dive it on into turn 3. Don't overshoot the corner though. Okay, car, you can turn now. I hit the brakes and slow down and all that good stuff. And damn it, Marlin, get off my outside. You know I'm trying to clear you. All this freaking ruckus is causing Jeff Gordon to get away. This is not the appropriate entry to turn 1. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to just keep it on the throttle and arc back down, but it's still heading towards the outside wall. That's scary. So we're closing in on Jeff Gordon. Oh my goodness, this is too good of an entry for turn 3 with him right there in front of me. I got Ryan Newman's making his way through the field, so we might have to battle with him in a little bit. This is a good race so far. I don't want the game to hand it to me. I mean, if we're going to win this very special event, in the 2005 NASCAR XL Cup Series at this point, then yeah, I don't want it to just hand it to me. I want to earn it. Oh my gosh, Jeff Gordon's blocking and all kinds of crap. He got a good braking point. I'm trying to arc it back down, but he didn't really overdrive it that much, so I never was able to get my nose back underneath him. I really don't know how I'm going to make this pass. If I get a good enough run just with the draft down the straightaway, I could dive underneath him in turn 1. Oh, there we go. Sending it. Not sending it too hard, but I'm sending it. Okay, it's going to tighten up off. But because I'm on the inside, I have to slow down more because he's got better grip up there. Yeah, I can try again into turn 3. Oh my gosh. I sent it a little too hard. Keep your nose in there, JC. Keep your nose in there. I know that doesn't sound right, but that's the only way I can say it. And we made contact. But he don't mind it. So we finally led a lap in this race, so there's the bonus points for that. And I've taken the lead. Let's just see if I can keep it. Oh my God. Well, there's Tyler for you. Just not even kiss the outside wall. Just slap it like a bitch. Or more like it slapped me. Because, you see, I didn't hit the wall. The wall hit me, guys. As far as keeping this lead goes, pulled away to a 3-second lead. A couple laps ago, it was like 1.3 seconds. Because I guess Ryan Newman was gaining on me. But even though I just crashed into that wall pretty freaking hard, he's not that close to me anymore. I actually must have gone down pit road because he's not in my mirror at all anymore. So I'm going to go down pit road because it's lap 18. Don't spin out my race car. Come on, game. Okay, just turn it. Okay, speed our way over there. Don't speed in. Okay, that was a good pit road entry. No damage repair, even though I think some of that hitting the outside wall should have been a little bit of damage. But 4 tires, full tank of fuel. We're going to keep this adjustment that we had. This is the setup whenever we did qualifying with as well. I was wanting to change it at first, but then we got the pole, so I was like, we're going to keep what we have, because, I mean, if that's, like, really fast, then I don't want to, fix something that ain't broken. So this is a good pit stop with no mistakes, and as long as that's the case, then we should be able to win this thing. It was like a 3-second lead or whatever, so this pit stop is 14.9 seconds. That is perfect. Should be able to come back out here and win this thing. See, these cars passing right here aren't for position. Well, Ryan Newman is for position, so yeah, he pitted like a lap earlier than me, and that's what he came out with. But I have a lap fresher tire, so I'll be able to track him back down. Then you've got Jeff Gordon, who I can tell is already pitted. So let's race Ryan Newman back down. He's leading himself some laps. I was thinking that no one was really going to get the position from us just because of how far ahead we were, but apparently Ryan Newman was able to gain 3 seconds just by having, well, a lap of fresher tires before me. Well, getting away from Jeff Gordon. I don't know when Jeff Gordon pitted. I know whenever Ryan Newman did, though. I'm guessing that Ryan Newman and Jeff Gordon pitted on the same lap. But on fresher tires, I've got to get used to how fresh this car is. It slides easier, it turns easier, and I don't want to underdo things. Once I get used to that, we should be able to really close in on Ryan Newman and have ourselves a battle for the win. I don't know if we're going to be really faster than him and then just take away from him and then lead our way to the end of the race, or if we're going to finally get to him in like the last few laps or something like that. I'm keeping with him, gaining just a little bit here and there. Just gotta focus and hit my marks, and running second right now. Just a really good Darlington race for us overall. I think most people say that a good Darlington race is one where you don't hit the wall, but in this case, that really don't matter right now. Ryan Newman, he's holding his ground. I've got to be absolutely perfect. Yeah, we have the advantage going to a corner. I've just got to not slow down too much. We come. Got his draft too. He's not my ally. I should not be trying to share draft. Whenever we come to this track, a place where the car likes to turn on its own, it's got a habit of doing that. I'm trying to arc it back down off the corner. He stayed on the throttle much longer, so he's able to pull away off turn 4. That seems to be his strength, is just off of turn 4, but I'm faster than him going to turn 1 than he is compared to me off of 4. Here we come. Trying to use a little more throttle off the corners because that's what he's doing. Okay, I don't know why I keep on sharing the draft. There's no reason for it. I don't know, maybe I just want him to like me because I know I'm going to hit him in a little bit. I mean, I don't want to, but I tried so hard not to hit Jeff Gordon, and I still did. It's a narrow racetrack. It feels even more narrow these days. In every other NASCAR game, I think, since like UTechnics days and now 7-4 games, their NASCAR games, it just comes off as a much more narrow track. And Ryan Newman is blocking me like crazy right now. I've got to brake a little bit earlier than I would like to just because he's right here in front of me. He's just going to stay on the throttle, try to pull away from me off the corner, but as long as I don't let off more than necessary, which is something I was doing a while ago, we should be able to eventually get this. Try to get my nose underneath him. I bumped him. Just a little touch. But, yeah, you can't complete a pass off the inside whenever you come off turn 2. The car doesn't like doing that. Trying to brake a little bit later so I can dive down underneath him, but I can't do it. He's taking up too much space. There's not enough room on the racetrack for me to dive down like that. So that really messed up my entire corner. This is going to take forever to do. I'm going to have to just completely run him over to get there, or, I don't know, somehow get there and do it clean. I'm probably wasting my tires just trying to pass him right now. Okay, arc it back down. There we go. There we get a run. If you're already underneath him and when he hit the center, then you're going to have to slow down much more than the guy on the outside. I did not mean to hit him right there. I'm just trying to drive in a straight line, but that is a very difficult thing to do in this game. Oh my gosh, I fuck up everything. This is miserable. Get behind him, car. I'm afraid to just barely even tap the directional pad so I can shift this car's weight over and be at a different part of the track, have a different line down the straightaway, just because barely tap something, this freaking thing just shoots across the track into the wall. And of course the fact that it's so darn loose on this setup. Got some lap cars ahead of us. Almost drove into the back of him into 3. He looks like he got a better entry than me, surprisingly. Oh, okay, here we go, guys. We've lost all our grip at this point. I can only hope that those freaking lap cars slow him down so I can catch back up to them. But I am having a lot of problems passing Ryan Newman right now. Because, you know, he's Ryan Newman. And, well, all the AI in this game drive like Ryan Newman now that I think about it. This lap car is blocking Ryan Newman. That's Newmanception. Come on. Lap car is just on our outside. It's a mighty dive off the corner. I just gotta hope that we don't hit the 107 car coming off. We're still right there behind him. I'm not stalling, guys. I'm not waiting till the end to make some exciting freaking finish. I've been trying to pass him for 10 fucking laps and failed miserably every time. I don't have any grip down there. I can't finish the corner from that angle because I'm already at the bottom in the center. And more lap cars. Freaking Hermie Sadler over here. Okay, more throttle, and he's checking out for Hermie Sadler. I'm going to get a little tight off. If I can keep behind Hermie Sadler, we should be able to complete this darn thing. Oh gosh, Ryan Newman's going to make it 3 wide. Holy shit. I'm trying to stay next to Hermie Sadler and Ryan Newman so that he doesn't get the opportunity to make it 3 wide, but my car won't stop moving around on its own. Okay, we've taken the lead. Why did that take so long? Don't overshoot turn 3. Come on, car, don't let him by. This damn thing doesn't want to turn at all anymore. I've used up my tires just trying to get that damn position. I feel like he was being very conservative in the process. I don't want to know what the hell he's got on me now. So many lapped cars. We've got an Ashton Lewis, long lost cousin. We've got a Greg Biffle. We've got a Christian Fittipaldi. That Greg Biffle is blocking me. Oh my gosh. I'll wind up getting cut off and wrecked by one of these lap cars, just like I did at Richmond, which is going to prevent me from winning this race. Just wait. Same thing's going to happen, I swear. Okay, well, there's no room to pass Fittipaldi going to turn 1. And he's letting the inside lane open. Oh my gosh. Him and Jack Sprague just checked up big time. I don't want to have my nose under him off that corner. Oh my goodness. Just hold a straight line. Why is this game so freaking difficult to hold a line? In other NASCAR games, you can just go in a straight line as long as you're not turning. But in this one, I feel like it is just constantly veering off of whatever direction you turned in the last direction. But, yeah, last lap of the race. And more lap cars in front of us. Casey Mears, Chase Montgomery. Alright then. Well, how about this? Casey Mears. I'll pass Chase Montgomery so that you don't have to race him anymore. Or at least that's what I was planning on doing, but I'm too busy focusing on the race ahead of me to even not hit the outside wall. It don't matter. Won the race. It was quite the fight. It was quite the battle. Casey Mears, you go in that fight with Chase Montgomery. I was like, oh, we'll pass Chase Montgomery so that Casey Mears doesn't have to race him anymore. Well, let's go do some donuts. Some Darlington nuts. Some lady in black nuts. Lady nuts. I don't know. Some kind of nuts. South Carolina nuts. That'll work. South Carolina! Tony Stewart is 132 points behind me, so I was correct about that one. And that was our 6th win of the season, 10th win of our career. We now have 2 more wins than we got last season. I'm guessing by the end of this season, we're going to have a total of 10 wins, which would add up to, I think, 14 wins, career wins. And we got Ryan, who was running behind me in that race. He's in 5th right now, 568 points behind me. Oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. And you've got some driver respect levels. Earl Hall, he's a no-show every freaking race. And he said he's got beat with me. He's just so stupid. And then Mike Murphy, I don't know when he's going to race again. I'm willing to bet that Mike Murphy's going to race before Earl Hall does. I mean, I don't know that, but I'm just betting. Johnny Benson, Kevin Harvick, yeah, they'll deteriorate over time, and then we won't have them anymore. And I really want to just have no allies or rivals. That would be awesome, because I struggle just to keep any ally on this freaking racetrack, because I'm not around the same drivers every race, you know? So let's go to team management, shop additions. We have 1 race left until the washing machine comes in. You see it says washing machine. And we go to garage. We've got 1 race left until this thing or building comes in, our chassis. And this just finished. Well, I don't need this anymore because we already have one ready to go, and the next one's coming soon. So we sell that for just a little bit. Then we've got our engines. No work to do right here just because we still have 1 race left until this is done being overhauled, and 4 races left until this is done being built. Whenever this is done being built, 85 power, 76 efficiency, so that is great. In the next race, we're going to be using this. For 98 condition, 80 power, I find that rather impressive myself. Bodies, same thing as chassis. We have 1 race left until this is done being built. This just came out the shop. 78 downforce and 75 drafting. And if I recall, this is like in the 80s and stuff. Yeah, 82 downforce, 80 drafting. And yeah, we just don't need this anymore, so get rid of that. I mean, if I overhaul it, it'll have better drafting than the other thing does. But the thing is, what it is already right now is nowhere close to what the other one is. So, no reason to just keep on overhauling and stuff like that whenever I don't need that much equipment. But I really need to start thinking about having 4 of everything and try having 6 if I even can, like just large shops of equipment, just so I can have fresh equipment for every race next season, because I really need anything I can get to have a really good season starting every race in last place. Okay, sponsorship happinesses, yeah, Coca-Cola is 100 and Outback is at 100. I really don't even have to look at this stuff anymore. You know I'm going to keep the sponsorships, and it doesn't even matter. It's like, all we have to focus on is our championship. I really don't have to be concerned about sponsorship no matter what anymore, because I'm so far ahead of Tony Stewart in the points right now. And then the happinesses with them are like in the hundreds, so I could just have bad race after bad race after bad race, and the sponsor won't go away. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.